Recall 101. I am Isabel Kismundo, and we are going to teach you how to solve conic sections.
Hi! First, let's tackle circle. Circle is the set of all points in a plane that is equidistant to a specific point called center. Now let's tackle the formulas of a circle. First, the general equation, ax squared plus by squared plus cx plus dy plus e is equals to 0. This is the general equation of a circle where a, b, c, d, e is real numbers, a is equals to b, and ab is not equals to 0. The last formula is the standard equation, or commonly referred as center radius form. The equation is quantity x minus h squared plus quantity y minus k squared is equals to r squared or radius squared, where h, k is the coordinate of the center, h is the abscissa, while k is the ordinate of the center, and r is the radius, where r is all real numbers positive.
Okay, now we're going to solve standard form equation to general equation form. Given the properties are c is 0, 0, and the radius, which is 5. So first, let's start to copy the standard form, which is quantity x minus h squared plus quantity y minus k squared equals r squared. Now, we are going to substitute the 0 and the 5. Whereas the center, the coordinates are h coordinate and x coordinate. K coordinate, I mean. Sorry. So it's going to be x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared is equals to 5 squared. If you try to factor this out, it's going to be x squared plus y squared equals 25. Now showing this is already the standard form equation. Now to get the general equation form, we have to transpose 25 to the other side. So it's going to be x squared plus y squared minus 25 is equals to 0. So now, this is the general equation form. X squared plus y squared minus 25 equals 0. Okay, now we have to do the other way around. Given that this is the general equation form, we have to get the standard form. Now, first thing you need to do is copy the like terms and group it. So, put x squared plus 4x. Now you have to put a positive sign here to complete the squares later. And then you do it for the y squared also. Y squared minus 6y plus, again. Now, for the 12, you have to transpose it and put it on the other side. It's going to be 12. Now, next thing we have to do is get the blank to complete the squares. Now, first is get the middle and divided it by 2, which is 4 divided by 2 is 2. Now you have to square it by 2, so it's going to be 4. The same way around here, negative 6 divided by 2, it's going to be negative 3. Now if you square negative 3, it's going to be 9. Now, the next thing we have to do when we complete the squared already is to put the last terms onto the other side for loss of equality. So it's going to be 12 plus 4 plus 9, where it is going to be 25. Next thing we have have to do now, we have completed the square and put the last terms onto the other side. We have to factor. Factor for this is going to be x plus 2 squared plus y negative 3 squared. Now, we have to copy it again. X plus 2 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 25. Now, this is the standard form of this general equation. Now, we have to identify the center and the radius. For you to be able to identify the center, have to look at positive 2, where you have to reverse the sign, so it's going to be negative 2. And for the k coordinate, you have to reverse again the sign, which is this is negative, so it's going to be positive. So either you put 3 or positive 3. Now for the radius, knowing that it is r squared, we have to get the square root of 25. And knowing that the square root of 25 is 5, now you have the properties, which is the center of this circle is negative 2 and 3, and the radius is 5.
Parabola. Parabola can in fact be seen everywhere, in nature as well as man-made items. Consider a fountain. So parabola is the set of all points in a plane that are equidistant to a specific point and to a specific line called focus and directrix. So the general equation of the parabola is ax squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equals to 0 when it comes to vertical parabola, while on horizontal parabola, ay squared plus dx plus ey plus f is equals to 0. So this is the general equation of a parabola where a, d, e, and f are real numbers. Next is what we call standard equation, or commonly referred as the vertex form. It is referred as vertex form since the vertex of the parabola can be easily identified in this format. For quantity of x minus h squared is equals to 4p y minus k for the vertical parabola. And for the horizontal parabola, our standard form is the quantity of y minus k squared is equals to 4p quantity of x minus h, where h, k is the coordinate of the vertex, h is the abscissa, while k is ordinate of the vertex. Abscissa is x coordinate, ordinate is y coordinate. So our next equation is solving for the standard and general equation of a vertex 2, 6, length of our LR is 15 and it opens right. So as you can see, there is a equation written there, which is y minus k squared is equals to 4p x minus h. So I have written that equation due to that its axis is horizontal. So our opening opens right. So this property will be the one we will follow. Okay, so let's move. Okay, so since our vertex and our latus rectum is given again, we need to put our given in the equation. Always remember that h is on the left and k is on the right. Since our equation is a little bit tricky, since it's now in our center has been switched. So y minus 6 squared is equals to 4p x minus 2. So, as I said earlier, we need to first solve our latus rectum. So, our given for the latus rectum is 15. So, LR is equals to 15, and 4P over 4 is equals to 15 over 4. Cancel this out. So, it's not a perfect number. So, our P will be 15 over 4. Okay, so back to the equation, we need to write again y minus 6 squared is equals to 4 times 15 over 4 x minus 2, and need to multiply this both, so it will be y minus 6 squared is equals to 15 x minus 2. So, since we were done solving our latus rectum, this is now our standard equation. So, underline this. Okay, so as I said earlier, we need to solve for the general equation too. So, y minus 6 squared is equals to y squared minus 12y plus 36 is equals to, we need to distribute this both, 15x minus 30. So it became 30 due to 15 multiplied by 2. So we need to transpose this both to the other side. So yeah. Cut mo yan. Gawin mo na lang ng meme yan. Oh my, nabubulol ako. We need to put this ulit. So, we need to put 15x minus 30 to the other side to solve our general equation. So, it will be y squared minus 15x. So, it became negative due to that we transposed it. Minus 12y plus 36 plus 30 is equals to 0. Okay, so we need to solve this both. So after solving it, we are now done with our general equation. So y squared minus 15x minus 12y plus 66 equals to 0. So now this is our general equation. For this, okay, we need to solve for the standard and general equation of a parabola whose vertex is at 5, 3 and length of our latus rectum is 12 and it opens upward. So as you can see, my formula here is x minus h squared is equals to 4p y minus k because it opens upward. So these properties showing that our equation will be x minus h squared is equals to 4b y minus k, and its axis is vertical. So, without further ado, let's solve this problem. So, first, since our vertex is given, we just need to input it. X minus 5, since this is our h and this is our k, squared, don't forget to put a square, is equal to 4b y minus 3. So, as you can see, I didn't indicate our latus rectum first because first we need to solve it. Okay, so to solve latus rectum, we have a formula given. LR is equals to 12. 4P equals to 12. Divide both sides by 4. Cancel it out. So our latus rectum is 3. Okay. So now we're going to put our latus rectum in the equation. So x minus 5 squared is equals to 4 times 3 and y minus 3. So now, to solve our standard equation, we need to solve our 4 and our p. So x minus 5 squared is equals to 12 y minus 3. So now, this is our standard equation. But we need to solve for the general equation too. And so, first, we need to do distributive method between x and x minus 5 squared. So, x minus 5 squared is equals to, wait, let's just put that this is the standard equation. So, x minus 5 squared is equals to x squared minus 10x plus 25 equals to, so here we need also to distribute this 12 to the y and to the negative 3. So 12y minus 12 times 3 is equals to 36. So we need to transpose the 12y and the 36 to the left side. So it will be x squared minus 10x minus 12y, since we transpose it to the other side, plus 25 plus 36 equals to 0. Our general equation is always equals to 0 since it's general. So we need to solve this too to get our general equation. So it will be x squared minus 10x minus 12y. 25 plus 36 is equals to 61 plus 61 is equals to 0. So now we have our both standard and general equation solved in our vertex that is given for 5, 3. Length of the LR is 12 and it opens up